Okey dokey. All right, it is 7:07. All right, I'm Constance Barnes and I'm the Chair of the Economic Development Committee, and I'm gonna ask the committee members to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Karen Walker. I am a committee member of the Economic Development Committee.
I'm Jill Towns.
Angel Ortega.
All right. So a few of our members are absent today, but that is okay. We have a lot to discuss. We have a special guest. We have some folks online that need to share. So we are going to try to move through this agenda. I will say that we don't have a quorum. No, we do have a quorum.
Yeah.
Never mind, scratch that, because we have our four. All right, let's get to it. All right, so Laura, you have a SAPO application. Do you want to tell us about the Bomba Fest?
Yeah, so we are planning a Bomba Fest. Bomba stands for the Bailey Avenue Merchants and Broadway West 238th Street Alliance. We do have a merchant organizing grant that we've been doing for the last year with New York City Small Business Services to boost the local businesses on the selected corridors of Bailey, West 238th, and Broadway. So part of our grant is to do an event, a large scale event with these businesses. So we are having Bomba Fest on June 8th. It's a Sunday, and we're gonna have, we hope to have a street fair where we exhibit these local businesses and have face painting and just different sort of activities for like the whole family to celebrate the corridors down there.
And we want to do it on West 239th Street between Broadway and Review. There's a block there. Right off the commercial corridor. Originally, we wanted to do it in the park. The fees are just too expensive when you want to do food, because we'll be highlighting the restaurants. We'll be selling their food.
Okay.
Maybe, do you have any questions? And we
Yeah.
have the information here if you need it. more.
Laura mentioned about that, so they're gonna, that area is good for you guys?
Yeah, no, that area, there's not many options around there because Broadway, and it's just like, there's like a lot of stuff going on. So that is a very good location for us to do this. And I just want to highlight that these businesses, one corridor is those that corridor of businesses that are affected by the MTA's construction. So it's really important that they have a chance to showcase what they have to offer to hopefully boost business for them during this difficult time.
And it's close to 238th Street, for some of the restaurants there.
That's great.
No, there's
This
no
will be
buses
close.
down that road, it's a quiet street.
It's gonna be your first event then, Laura, is that gonna be your first street fair?
For KRBC, no, we've done many street fairs. Sherry's been here since the beginning.
Mm.
How many street fairs? Dozens you've done?
We did a lot. We haven't done them in a while. It'll be the first one down there. It'll be on a smaller scale than the other street fairs. It's not gonna be every business or anything like that. Probably have about 10, 15 businesses, and we're not bringing in outside people. We just want to highlight
These
the
corridors.
local, the corridors that are in the Bomba purview.
That's a great idea.
I had one question, I called it, I think it was checked, there'll be open flames, we plan to have grills outside?
Yeah, for some of the restaurants, we're planning, like when they do the National Night Out, they get a grill or something, so they
Okay.
can prepare their food fresh. I mean,
Gotcha.
depending on, the requirement, we may have to work around certain things, but that's what we would like to do.
But some restaurants have also said because they're in such close proximity, they're gonna do the cooking and then just transport it over
And-
as well.
And we might wind up just doing that, if the grills become an issue.
Any comments, questions from the committee? No. Committee, do you?
We'll have music, We plan on doing, the small stage that you don't need a permit for, and do the 2 feet.
Yeah.
And face painting,
Understood.
still
Face
walker
painting.
games, all that fun stuff we do in Riverdale down to Kingsbridge.
We wanna promote it for Riverdale too, because we recently had what did we call it? A taste
The
of.
Taste of Bamba walking tour that was
Mhm.
sold out and packed in the snowstorm.
Oh.
Everyone came.
We rented like
A shuttle
a
bus.
shuttle bus we wanted people from Riverdale to know what's down there because they have a lot of good
Mhm.
places and people were impressed. I mean, that food was free, so
Yeah.
that was an extra bonus, but a lot of people don't know about Home Bronx Steakhouse or, Mona Moore Cafe.
And also Claudie's Kitchen, which is down on Broadway, there's no accessible
Mhm.
parking, there's nothing. They're Michelin Bib Gourmand. So like, these are really great businesses down there that, because of different, issues, people don't go for whatever reason, but that's why this is so important for us to showcase them. And we hope everyone here comes.
I'll be there, I should be there.
Do you
It'll be
all
nice,
have
nice new
flyers?
yummy food to taste.
Yep.
Do
And
you
the
have
Economic
flyers yet,
Development
Laura?
Committee could table, just saying.
Yes.
Do you have flyers for it yet, or not yet?
Not yet.
We didn't want to publicly, we internally shared with the merchants, but we don't want to publicly, promise the community something until we know for sure that it's happening.
Of course. Yep. All right.
And I'm sorry, do you have a list of the merchants that will be participating?
So I don't have a final list, but just to give you some examples of so we have Tilila, which is on Bailey. They just burned down and reopened, so that's very special to have them there. Bronx Ale House, Home BX Steakhouse, Kingsbridge Social Club, Claudie's, Tortoise and the Hare, Jake's Steakhouse, The Last Stop, Frass Box, the Nice Guys Car Wash wants to come and do like what do you call it, a tutorial or something,
I mean, I guess I'm asking, if you're planning this based on approval, you would have some sort of communication that lists the businesses on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we need it for the permit, but we're not there yet, so.
Yeah, no, just wondering, because I've never heard of some of these places. I heard of Claudie's, the steakhouse, I'm not quite sure I ever heard of that.
Well, that's one of the reasons we're doing.
Oh, and Lloyd's Carrot Cake, that's another one of our businesses on.
S&S,
S&S
we
cheesecake.
we don't, some people. Some people can't make it for certain dates, so
Yeah, some people are understaffed, some people, so not everyone will be there, but those are
those are the businesses in
in the
the
alliance.
alliance.
Nice. Thank you.
And that's exactly why we wanted to have this event.
Mhm.
So you will learn about the other places.
And just another side note, we are in the process of completing, I believe in the next week or so, a community mural on the corner of 238th and Bailey. It's very special because many, of these businesses, a handful, were wiped out with the fire a few years back. So now they rebuilt, we are producing a mural to make the corridor more inviting for people to come and shop local.
And it was a big graffiti wall anyway.
Who's the artist, or is it community painting the mural?
So it's actually 2 Riverdale artists. One is Lisa Felice. She's a North Riverdale artist. If you go to like Emiliano's, Bronx Burger House, Becca Fino's, that's all her artwork on their boards and walls and
And
things.
it's Cork Masters, is it?
Cork
The one that
Master.
He does the displays in his window.
She does all-
always enjoy.
I know her when I was a manager of Bronx Burger House. So she's one, and the other one is Ian Sullivan, who's a Riverdale born and raised. He now resides in Brooklyn, but he's very tied to Riverdale. He did a mural like a year ago for the Friendly Fridge. So very strong ties. We like to look for folks that have investments here.
No other questions from the committee?
Sample applications are in already, right?
Right here. It's in your
Yeah.
packet. All right, so committee, do we approve this application? You have a recommendation to approve?
Yes.
Motion.
Motion.
Any abstaining? And any noes? All right. Approved. All right, folks, we look forward to getting the information. This is approved, so we'll pass this on to Farah. Yeah, so just keep us posted, send over the flyers when they are ready, and good luck.
Thank you
Okay,
so,
thank you.
and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
All right,
You're
take care.
welcome to stay
Bye-bye.
if you like.
Have a good evening.
We have so much paperwork here. It's like,
Working on a grant.
working on the cultural affairs.
Yeah.
But thank you
Gotcha.
so much for the
No
offer.
rest for the wicked.
Have a good night.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Alrighty, so we have 3 dining out applications. I don't think we invited them to join. They are not here. So we can discuss them. If you have any concerns, we can take those, and then we have our special guest, Selena, she'll tell us about her business. So the first one on the agenda was Frida Tacos.
So I already, I thought that I may not be able to make, just in the interest of full disclosure. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to make the meeting, and I am gonna have to leave shortly. I am vehemently opposed to Peter's Tacos having a street cafe. There's actually a picture to show you my concerns. If you look in the packet, when their street cafe is literally on the street, and it's a whole big contraption. It's ugly, first of all. It's very unsightly, aesthetically unpleasing. And they, put it in the street, and so the cars are parked everywhere. And it's already it's beyond double parking the sidewalk cafe. So it has the cars, like, I wouldn't even say triple parked, quadruple parked. And they're literally blocking, the street.
Others on that street, on that block,
No,
that outdoor.
no,
Why is it showing 7
There
feet,
was
seven,
several.
7 feet, 6 inches wide? Is this it right here? Is this the back of this
The
application?
one with the pink.
it is, there's a,
Frida Taco, right?
yeah.
Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
I'm gonna
That's-
show you an
That's
actual.
7 feet, the picture, that's just a diagram. What's the actual picture?
There you go.
And it's better to see it in color.
Oh, yeah.
See it in color?
Yeah, Angel, it's in it's the
Yeah, I
other.
see it. Yeah, I got it in the other packet.
And it's a better view because you could see that it's in the street, like,
Yeah,
so-
nah, that
and
had
it's
to
wider
be
than the car,
modified. Remember,
yeah.
the city modified it, and
Yeah.
re-app has to be now no more than 2 parking spaces, and it can prove out, I think it was 10 feet or 7 feet. or-
yeah.
I'm not too
you're
sure
right.
what it was.
Well.
So they're
this
not
one-
even in compliance there, are they?
Well, this is before, well, first of all, they weren't in compliance, which they were
Mhm.
forced to take it down.
Okay.
And you can see that it protrudes. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry,
into
let me-
it's into the street, yeah.
It's into the street, right, and so cars wind up parking on, I'm saying the right side, yeah, they park on the outside of it.
Yeah,
and
that's a
they're-
very narrow street, you're
Yeah.
right,
They're in
Yeah,
the
they
street,
should be-
and this is a two-way street, by the way,
yeah, yeah.
and a main thoroughfare.
Yes.
There was a lot of car traffic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I ate tacos here before, and
I
I
mean,
ate
this
to
restaurant
that.
after restaurant, that's why I asked you that question, because,
Yeah.
it would seem unfair.
Right.
But I don't remember, I don't go there, so I've been past there, and, I do think that a lot of these things are unsightly.
Yes.
And also, just not safe, even like some of the stuff on Riverdale Avenue they had. It was insane, people were double parked all in the street, buses coming by, it was
Right.
crazy, and that's a busy street.
Right. Yeah,
Well, it's not enclosures anymore, right? It would be seating only, right? No?
I don't know what they're showing us this, so I don't know what they have in mind.
No, this is not there no more.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying, are they thinking of I'm not.
Right, what's
clear
the,
whether-
that's
here's
what I
the
want to see, the diagram of the
This is-
proposal.
I'm not good with diagrams, so that, I mean, is meaningless to me.
So it looks like,
7 feet, 6 inches wide, 9 feet long. I think
and it's out in
within-
the street still, right?
And
If I'm
it
looking at that right?
shows Marshall Avenue.
'Cause this is the street.
Sidewalk not to scale, yeah, it shows it in the
That's
street.
sidewalk, so it's still in the street.
It's in the street.
Yeah, you're allowed in the street and no, but it has to be to take up 2 parking spaces, no
Mhm.
more than 2 parkings. That's the modification now from the city.
But the
they're
problem,
protruding
not
out
only is it protruding out, so that makes people park along, there's nowhere for their customers to park.
No, there's
But
not, because it's a 2-way.
Right, and then I think this looks like more than 2 parking spaces, but I'm not clear.
Yeah, no, this is not doable.
Yeah,
I know the street is very
Mhm.
narrow. So you figure 9 feet, it says length of roadway cafe, 9 feet long, which is about 2 parking spaces. The width is 7.6, so that's basically the whole street, though, into the street, from the street, from the sidewalk to the street.
Right,
It's the
and they
same
don't-
thing what they had before.
yeah,
And they also don't say how much room is left on the sidewalk, like.
No, there is none. That's what she's trying, that's her point.
No,
This
no,
is,
no, I'm saying,
there
but
isn't.
I'm not saying, I'm saying they don't indicate on this chart, you know,
Mhm.
so I
The
think there's
space
a part.
between.
I see a door swinging, we have to get past the people to get past the door if we're walking.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, this to me should have been labeled, and it's not.
yeah.
yeah, there is the sidewalk, you're right. They go to do
But you
it
see, they
themselves.
put all the dimensions of everything else, but not this.
Mhm.
And it looks like they added more seating if I'm looking
Uh,
at
it's-
this. right?
yeah, that's what I was
Because
gonna
it's only 2 rows
Mhm.
here. And then the third.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is not doable,
yeah,
Doc, it's not doable. They have to
And I
either
think this is-
reform it, downsize it, or,
yeah, it needs to be downsized.
yeah,
can't
make
be
it
this-
comparable for the pedestrian and parking,
Right,
which is
Like
gonna be
half of what
hard
it
to
is.
do.
Say it again.
I said like half of what it is.
The half
Right,
of what
like
it is,
what they
it would
had
be 3,
before,
it would be
and then
3,
do something with the
Yeah.
that's what it
exterior.
will be.
yeah,
3
and
tables.
And then
They
you have
need
to
to-
move it out
this
a little
is-
bit, because
Yeah.
you have to let people pass, but they
Yeah.
don't even show
Mhm.
the dimensions
it's
of the
like so
passage.
homemade, I hate to be
No, the side,
know.
that shows the sidewalk with the
Yeah.
dimension.
so particular, but,
I don't know if that.
It looks too neat.
Aesthetic.
yeah, it
It's
doesn't.
not, it's 5 feet, it's not much.
Is it 5 feet?
Yeah, the sidewalk is 4 feet, they're 4 feet wide.
It's 4 feet wide.
That one is, that street is very narrow. I know that street there, that's Marshall.
Because it does look like it runs completely out in the street, especially if they're doing 2 rows and one.
Okay, the rest of these, I have no idea what they are, where they are.
This one's 10 feet, 3
County
inches, and it's on
Which one?
Marshall
Oh,
Avenue.
Marshall.
Yeah, the early bird,
Early Bird stands in the same situation.
it's on the street,
So can we decide on this, we can move on?
yeah,
So we in agreement that
No.
this is
No,
enough?
that has to be.
Reduce, clarify about the
reduced
sidewalk?
substantially
Okay.
For egress, and pedestrians, and I think you're gonna have the same deal with the Early Bird.
Me too.
All right,
It's
so
all
this
the same
next
street.
early bird.
Early Bird is out to,
15 feet as opposed to 9.
yeah, that one's bigger.
Mhm. I don't know what that is. You see the open spaces, the dance floor, what is that?
so this is on the street,
It looks like street.
Yeah, it is
curb,
a street, you're allowed
Yeah.
2 parking spaces,
and it's
Yeah.
16
that's a
feet out.
remodification. They went 10.9, maybe a foot over.
Yeah, this is,
Feet.
yeah, this is 9, this is 16.
oh no,
But are they?
Oh, 16
moving?
total?
They're still on the sidewalk.
are they on, that's what, yeah,
No, it
houses
says
with,
it's on the street curb, so it's not on the sidewalk at all.
If this is.
But the coffee
that's the
house,
street, and
coffee
this
house
the
is good,
curb,
I know the coffee house is good, this one's
They're
gonna be
still
alright.
keeping them in front of the door.
Hmm?
This is still in front of their door. That's the door, and they're still keeping it the way they had it last.
Oh,
year.
that's the door.
Yeah.
Oh, this is, okay.
So no
so
adding, no
It
adding?
doesn't look like they added anything, because they still, if you flip the page, they still had, or last year they had, the 2 tables.
Well, where's
They
the
have a picture?
sidewalk?
okay, I'm better, just not.
The last, this is the way it is now.
Mhm.
This one is kind of hard to see, but
Yeah,
they
I
have
see it.
2 tables right in the front, and
Mhm.
that's what they have on the diagram.
Okay,
It doesn't look like they added. more
and what's
people.
this one, what's these are the 2 tables?
I believe there's these 2. I don't know why they have that, because in the diagram, it looks like there are 2.
Because this doesn't, that look, seems like nobody can pass,
Right. So it looks like they just have two,
Okay.
right? So if it is in fact just two, right in front of the door like they have here and not this one,
Right.
are we okay with that?
Yeah, this
I
one seems.
I can't really make that out. I can't, it's
It's
too
right.
dark.
So you,
It's a little bit better. There's a scene right there. And then this
But I don't
one,
know what,
this
is
one's up
that
the
the front
street.
of it? And what is it, what are they asking for?
they actually for those two same
Those two
tables
tables
that are
outside.
set up right there.
Oh,
See the
this,
table sitting
yeah,
there?
Oh, I know,
No
I didn't.
change, yeah. It's kind of dark, yeah. I don't see any problem there.
Yeah, that one,
Right.
yeah, that, I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
it's within the thing, it's not even in the
Mhm.
street.
Yeah.
Is it showing in the street this time? Shouldn't be.
Mm-mm.
It's still
Looks
showing the
exactly
same, okay,
Mhm.
storefront, okay, yeah, this one's good. This one, I'm not having no problem with this one. And then Chassis Cafe,
Jill, what about, what's your thoughts?
I mean, you all saw it, what I couldn't see, and I mean, I don't really know that place, and I've never noticed anything there. The only places I know, I've seen Frida's thing, and
Mhm.
it is all over the place.
Mhm.
And there's some other stuff down the street, places I've been to,
Mhm.
where people are sitting outside, but it doesn't
Right.
seem to disrupt.
Yeah,
And certainly anything that takes up a parking space, I'm against
got it.
yeah,
in this neighborhood.
and
So,
Yeah.
same here.
but if it's a couple of tables in front of your door, no, I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
Same here with Chassis Cafe, same setup,
Yeah, if it's on that,
same
Now, I
side.
understand.
It's not
what
on the same
she's
street, it's
trying
on the
to
other
do,
side.
Because if you look at her diagram,
Yeah,
it
no-
looks
no
like
obstruction, no high traffic, and it's not in the street.
two, but here's where I'm confused. If this is her door,
where's her door?
this is the door,
Okay.
coming out of this door.
They go
Is
to the
this
left.
4 sets, and right now she only has 2 tables out, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So she's,
Is she-
Whatever's what fits on that carpet. it looks
so
like.
that's what I would say we should approve, whatever can fit on that carpet. Because otherwise, she's then going, blocking the sidewalk, and then she's going
Mhm.
towards somebody else's business, it seems, whatever this is.
The Catholic school,
What
is
is
the
the
parking lot there,
four-
she's right next to that's Chassis, right? Cause I drive up there every day. to
Yeah, I
drive-
see,
bring my wife to
I know where
college,
that is.
college, Yeah, that's
Mhm.
near,
Up the hill.
Saint, Mount Saint Vincent,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
across.
she,
Riverdale Avenue?
she shares,
Mhm.
her neighbor is the outside parking lot of the Catholic school.
Mhm.
That's her neighbor to the left, I mean, to the right.
So it looks like if this is her front door, right now she has just 2, right? That's what we saw in the picture.
Right.
She's asking for
I don't
4.
understand where she's adding all of these. 'Cause
Right.
This would now be a new addition on the other side.
Right, and out onto the
Right.
sidewalk,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So,
No, she has 2 tables, that's her speech, she's asking for 4, she's asking for 4?
She's asking for 6,
6,
and then what's this, 8 on this side? I don't know how that would fit.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
and to me, whatever she has, if she maybe can extend that grass,
That's that carpet term.
yeah, the carpet turf a little bit more, and
Yeah, I don't think 6 though.
But maybe
that's
4.
a lot. Maybe 4.
maybe.
She has 2 there, right?
Yeah, 2.
You can approve 4 at most,
I
because
need to
6,
understand what's happening on the other
Yeah, I
side.
don't
Yeah.
understand that.
This is a lot, right,
Yeah.
yeah, the other side would be, which side, the left or right?
so maybe we should
Right.
invite.
The
us
right
down.
is the,
Two tables?
yeah,
Yeah, we need more
the right
information.
is the exit to that parking lot for the church,
So
that
if you're
school.
facing this way, if you come out her door this way,
Uh-huh.
she wants 6 over here and 8 over here.
I
That's a
don't know how
lot.
much space
Yeah,
into
I
that
don't-
park, that cars come out of there.
And she had 2 in this picture?
And she only has 2 in the picture.
Right.
Yeah,
Alright.
she could do 4 at
Yeah.
most.
We
Because-
need more
Yeah, we need
information,
worthwhile.
we need explanation.
Explanation.
Alright. Okey-dokey.
So you got 1 no and.
One no, one yes, and 1 question mark. Alright. Okay. Folks, we have a special guest here tonight. Halima. So Halima, we'll give you about 2-3 minutes to tell us about your business.
Okay.
Any information you have to share, you can share with us. Feel free to stand wherever you like, sit down, whatever you like. And then the committee may ask you some questions.
I just realized I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi. I shared, the slide deck with you.
Oh. So where are you located?
230, I always do this, on 235th. In between Oxford and Cambridge.
Okay.
Oxford
And
and.
Cambridge, you
Kingsbridge
know
Road.
where the,
No.
Rite Aid is on?
Kingsbridge
Yeah.
Road.
Yeah.
Across from the Walgreens.
Yes.
The old walk, the old right,
The old Rite Aid.
Mhm.
That-
By, the supermarket.
Key
Key
food,
food.
yes.
Mhm.
Where?
That's what I'm saying, you're not,
Who are your
where's the-
neighbors?
It's the building, the newer building, rental. It's
Solaris?
pretty, no,
No.
I wish.
Okay.
It's the, there's a parking lot and then we're the first building across from Walgreens.
There's a parking lot where?
Oh, yeah, I
It's
know
the
which
parking lot
building.
to
it's in.
The building is
They have a
on,
therapist in the black ground floor.
that's
there's a
it.
therapist.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
building.
So where's your business at?
The business,
Mhm.
OPEX. So
Oh.
with, Adam Castillo. It's,
What kind of business is it?
so it's a yoga business. It's,
Yoga?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
we
I'm
need
getting it
that,
right.
definitely need that, and not too many yogas, one of my, board members runs a yoga class,
all right.
House of Hyman,
Yeah.
and yoga,
Yeah,
Amira,
Halima,
Halim,
yeah.
interesting,
Um,
that's great, House of them,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty, I like the,
slideshow
the design.
to the right,
Oh,
yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, so, this is a very new business venture. But I've had the tag House of Holly for years. Just thinking eventually I'll do something with it. Right now, the beginning of House of Holly is, a yoga class at OPEX Riverdale.
Mhm.
So if you go to the next slide, I'll tell you just
OPEX,
OPEX. Uh-huh,
spell that.
OPEX. Yep,
And OPEX is what?
it's a gym.
Okay.
It's a gym on the backside of, it's actually on Fieldston, that little piece. Where, you know, the old Palumbo Bakery, right around the corner,
Oh,
on that,
Yeah,
Side
she's,
street.
yeah, she's near the, where
The
the,
nail salon.
yeah.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
The karate school.
and the,
Karate school.
right next to the karate school, yep.
okay, I'm confused. I thought you said two
That's
thirty-fifth.
cool.
That's where I live.
Oh,
I thought we were
oh,
just.
No, I was talking about the business,
business,
what is
yeah.
your business, okay?
Yep. So this is me, 13-year Riverdale resident, originally from California,
Yeah.
moved to New York, to the Bronx 18 years ago. South Bronx, and then moved up here 13 years ago. And I'm a senior educational consultant. I also dance, with, a group called Oyoro Afro-Cuban Dance Ensemble. And I'm a certified yoga instructor, through Breathe for Change. I did that about 2 years ago. And I'm now currently working with an organization, called Multitasking Yogi. And that was last Sunday in Central Park at the new Davis Center.
That picture there?
Nice.
Yeah, so that's actually, happening next Sunday and then the 18th, if you guys want to join at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
In Central Park.
In Central Park, 110, the new Davis Center it's nice.
Really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
So how
just
do you,
fixed
are you
that.
gonna
Yeah.
send us information? How do we,
Yeah.
or can we go to a website to see when your classes are?
For the Davis Center, you could just go to the Davis Center website.
Mhm.
I don't have a website yet,
Okay,
so this is all like, all of this is very brand new.
okay.
And so you'll see there's, like, I need a lot of help.
And
Okay.
the center is on 110th Street?
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
in Central Park.
Central Park.
yeah, they, they did that, they're calling it reparations.
Mhm.
Did you know that?
What is it? Is it where the ice skating?
That's exactly where it is, where it used to be.
What are you-
They rejuvenated.
Yes.
So it's gonna be there, so fall, spring is the turf. And then they take that turf up, in the summer, it's the swimming pool, and in the winter, it'll be the ice skating.
Okay, yeah, cause I used to do the mirror all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So it's right there.
Mhm.
yep,
Okay.
So they, what they
Revitalize.
did, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna,
yeah,
just one second.
yeah.
They, they built the Davis Center because they felt like they made all this investment in the southern part of the park and not in the northern part of the park. Okay.
Mhm.
Where there are more people of color, and so
Mhm.
they're calling it urban reparations.
Interesting timing, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting timing.
And so if we were to look at the Davis Center, it would say Halima,
It'll say multitasking yogi.
Oh,
Mhm.
multitasking, yogi,
Yeah.
okay.
And so next slide, where I am right now, just with my own business. Literally, it's one class at OPEX Riverdale Gym on Saturdays, 10:30 to 11:30. And really am trying to boost, engagement. And I left my flyers.
Me too,
Yeah.
right. This, yeah, I was gonna say, yes,
Saturday,
yes,
10:30?
yes,
Mhm,
not this Saturday, but yes.
mhm.
I just
Yes.
actually went online, funny thing, something came to me online, I wasn't searching for it about wall yoga. And I was trying to figure out what it was,
Mhm.
but it kind of seemed like a scam, like they didn't want to tell me how much, you know, like, it's like, sign up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Cause I used to do yoga,
Mhm.
and I got lost, so it's
Yeah.
gratuitous that you should be here, cause I was like, yeah,
Yes.
here we go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was, it's funny, cause I was gonna talk to her about doing a class and, perfect,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
And so it's Saturday, that's the standard time,
Mhm.
and then Sunday at the Davis Center,
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the next 2 Sundays though.
only for.
And then they're
next
gonna switch over Memorial Day to the swimming pool.
week. Okay.
Mhm. And so that's where we are. Now, I'm gonna show you where I wanna be, which is far from here,
Okay.
or where I would like to be. This is a vision. And that'll be my last slide. So, a wellness center, a space where, we can do yoga. Maybe there's some sort of sauna, or just this space where we engage in relaxation and rejuvenation. And then another kind of section where you can work and gather, kind of cafe-esque. And buy holistic products, teas and, things like that. But that's like the kind of the overarching business. I can also see, you know, in the gathering space, like poetry or just artistic endeavors happening.
Where?
And
Where'd you get that picture? That's.
it's a stock image from what is it, free pick.
Fabulous.
Um,
I was fooled.
I have a tea person that I can connect you with.
How much square footage are you looking for to put into this? Like, what are you looking at?
You know, I don't know. These are good questions. I'm
We
gonna
go
break them
back
down.
to, let's.
Yeah, reel it back
a little
in.
bit.
Yes, this is
Yes.
like pie in the sky.
So, well, no, not saying don't go to the vision, but what could we tangibly do to help you? I heard, don't have a website. This is the
Mhm.
Economic Development Committee.
Mhm.
Angel Bagan will be a great candidate.
I was gonna say, yes, we should
You
connect.
got
her.
Angel's number? I think I have it here.
That name sounds
FPS?
familiar.
Yeah, he deals with the small
Small
businesses.
businesses.
Yeah.
Okay. They have,
Let me see if I have it from you.
all kinds of incorporation stuff,
Yep,
Um,
corporation stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
Business development, meaning helping you put
Mhm.
together a market, actual
Loans.
business plan and
Mhm.
marketing. So maybe you need to
Mhm.
start with him.
Yes. So all of those things that you just said would be Angel?
Angel Bagan, yeah, I'm looking for his number now.
Do you,
My,
are you a LLC or a S corp or?
Soul, yeah. Uh-huh.
One of my closest friends actually did this, but not here.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be good to talk to somebody who started out. She actually is coming into town on Friday,
Okay.
but she did it in Detroit.
Oh,
So,
I've, an aunt who just passed who lived in Detroit.
Oh.
Detroit is how
And
how
then,
we
yeah,
say
they
my
say
family, Detroit.
They say
so
Detroit,
she
right.
actually
Detroit.
opened up a yoga studio
Yeah.
and did that for a while. I mean, she's not in Detroit anymore, but she maybe can give you some insight and some
Oh, yeah.
energy around what, you know, what it's like to venture into this brand new.
I would love that. Yeah.
I'm gonna send her a text and tell her I want her to reach out to you. If I can, I will bring her
Okay.
on
On
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where do we go?
Yeah. OPEX. Remember the nail shop, or well, there's so many nail shops.
That's the one, you know where it is, right?
I don't.
The
It's
karate
right-
studio.
It's right by the karate studio.
Oh, the street where the nail place is.
Yeah. There are
Okay,
two
'cause I
nail
keep,
salons, there
no,
one.
no, I keep going back to what she said at first, and I was thinking it was
Uh-huh.
on a different place, but
Yeah.
now that,
It's-
with the parallel,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's Fieldston.
I know exactly
Yeah.
where, I know
Right
exactly the
off
block, I know
between
there's,
238th Street and.
I know there's a
230.
lot of little stuff, they skip my nails down there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that place.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So if you give the information, I will pass it to the T person too, if you
Okay.
don't mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
How can I get in touch with you all?
I'll give you my
Can I
number.
share your
You can
email
share,
with
yeah.
the group?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The one that that this came from.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
okay.
And Halima, I would suggest if you could send a flyer, we can send the flyer to the district office. They can share that out and some of the information as well.
Yeah,
So folks know who you are.
Got
What
it.
do you need, or do you know what you need?
Right now, honestly, it's space. The gym is a little,
Too tight.
yeah, it's a little tight. It's not the best for, you know, the yoga environment. I know that they're thinking about potentially modifying, they're still in conversations with that. I mean, but I could potentially, like, if they do, I could still be there, but I can also have a class in another space.
So, I'm gonna have to run, so I'm gonna suggest to you one space that used to have yoga. I haven't been. I used to go to yoga there and I haven't been in years. So you should check it out.
Mhm.
Wave, do you know Wave Hill? Since you're not from New York, you maybe, I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
You know,
mhm.
well, they used to have yoga in the mansion. And so that on the property is Tuscanini's, the composer's house,
Mm,
and they
Mhm.
used
I
to have
didn't know
yoga
he lived
there.
there.
And
I went
so,
to his junior high school.
you said, okay,
Mhm.
Junior high school, 145 on Toro Tuscanini on Clay Avenue,
oh, okay. So that,
1978.
yeah, that might be, you know, a space that you wanna consider because it's pretty open and, you know, the setting is serene and,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's actually funny you say that because the first time I went to Wave Hill was not too long ago.
Okay,
And the first thing I thought was, I could do yoga here.
yeah,
Yeah, they do, the other thing, the outside. I forget what it's
Tai
called,
Chi.
Tai Chi.
yeah.
In the lawn, I see
Yeah.
them do it.
I used to do Tai Chi there, but I haven't done that either in forever.
Mhm.
I haven't been a member there in
Yeah.
years.
And then
How did I-
Riverdale Y too is something you may wanna look into.
Okay,
Mhm.
Riverdale, why, yeah.
They have lots of classes.
okay,
They're probably already booked, you know, like you might be able to do it for next year.
yeah,
Because they probably have their schedule already set, but
okay.
maybe you
And
can
maybe
cultivate a
even like the
relationship with
public
them.
Libraries,
Yeah,
they might have, I don't know what spaces they have, but,
Mhm.
you know, it's quiet,
Mhm.
quiet thing.
So this is Alina Dow is also a good contact for her. I'm gonna
Yes.
give her Alina Dow's number at the mayor's office.
yeah,
Okay,
She is community affairs. She's the director. I'm looking for Angel Pagan.
yeah,
She's great. She's always at the exec meeting.
yeah, she's at our meetings,
Yeah, very, very helpful.
And the other space that you wanna consider, not that I shouldn't be telling you this because it's outside of the Bronx. But it's close by, they're our neighbors.
Mhm.
Yonkers Public Library does a lot of non-traditional stuff.
Which one?
Yonkers,
Right by the
Oh,
train station.
yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
Getty Square.
Getty Square, yep. That's
Yeah.
all developed there now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Very developed.
They
Yeah.
have
I will
movie
look in
night.
that area too.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, Angel Pagan and his crew will tie you into
Can we do something really quickly? I need to do two things. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Angel.
survey the neighborhood for you, do demographics, you know, business,
Mhm.
you're opening up a business, you need to know what you're getting into.
Mhm.
And get the demographic numbers and all that type of stuff and see if this is either, you know, it's a good
Viable.
thing for you, liable for you, so he'll guide you through
Olivia,
that.
can you stay for
Yeah.
a few minutes? Okay. We'll be gone. We have not approved the minutes for March or April while we have a quorum.
Let's
Does
do it.
anybody have any questions,
None.
concerns, change for
I have
March
none.
and April's
I
minutes?
wasn't that
No,
late.
and I didn't come to
I don't think I
March.
was in April, I was here for March.
I don't know if I was here for March either.
No, I was here for March, wasn't here for April.
April was where? Do you remember?
Here.
I wasn't here for this.
I wasn't here for April.
I was here for March, so I can say yay to March, but not to April.
Yay. You know what, I'm gonna tell this guy to send me the.
So do you prefer her to email you or text you? Okay, so let me take your number before I go, because I'm really gonna win. Thank you, Constance, so much.
Thank you, and you can keep talking and you.
Looking for, Angel's number. I thought I took a picture.
Her website is Symphony of Leaves. T. Go ahead.
Area code 562.
Oh, we're recording. I don't think you're gonna- I don't get number.
You have, bring it to, yep, punch it in.
Okay, I'm sure that. Oh, I just put an F instead of a G. I'll fix it when I get home, but you can just put it in. Put it to numbers. There it is.
I'm trying to write it down. Can you just say it for me?
She's recording.
Oh, I thought she turned it off. Okay.
No, okay, here. And her name is Renee. Yeah. Because we're recording, I won't give her information, but I'll ask her and then I'll text both of you if she
Yeah.
says yes, which I'm sure she will. Okay.
So the only two things we have left, when you can hang out for a second, rescheduling the corridor walkthrough, which maybe since you have to leave, we can send out some dates via email and choose.
Okay, oh,
Since
we didn't have it?
Nobody was around.
Okay.
So we can try,
What is the corridor?
where were we going last time?
Kingsbridge.
Kingsbridge,
Yeah, we're gonna
right,
go to
we didn't do that
Kingsbridge.
last time.
And it was supposed to be on a Friday so that people could come.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you'll tell me.
Yep, I will
Okay.
send out some dates.
Okay.
These folks will send out some dates.
Okie dokie. And when
All
will we
right.
hear back from, Frida's and, Shiza?
Well, I need to send this over to, Farah and let them know what we discussed
Mhm.
and then ask her if she can get in touch with Shiza to come and share some more information. with
Okay.
us.
Okay, maybe they physically won't come. I mean, they don't necessarily have to
Yeah,
come,
but
but
just
just,
kind of explaining
yeah,
what they're trying to do.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Nice
Karen.
meeting you. Okay, bye, everybody. See you all next week.
See
I'll talk to you later.
later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, look for me. I'm gonna call my barber. Yes, I just set him up because he's just opened this business. He's supposed to be meeting with him.
I'm gonna go home to put some stuff on it. I gotta get off it, cause it's been hard to it, cause it wasn't.
I'm still booked today. Your book is better for me today.
I'm with the barber.
Okay. Oh, no. Call me later.
I'll go to the barber.
Good night.
Night.
Great. If we can think about the next corridor walkthrough.
For which
You know,
one?
I hate to say it, but I don't know if I can do those.
Mhm.
Because of the nature of, like I used to walk a lot here, but it's a lot.
Understood.
And I have, serious issues, so. Whatever y'all say is fine with me, but, unless we're doing something on Black man for a short period of time. probably not.
Gotcha. Angel, do you have any preferences of dates?
What dates you were talking?
I would say late May, since we already started May or early
Late May, I'll be
June.
back. I'll be out of the country, not this week, but probably. For a few days and then come back. If it's late May, it's fine.
All right, I'll look at the calendar and
And then I have my Third Avenue Street cleanup that's, you guys gonna have flyers for that. Before I got into the board, I was an advocate and I used to do street, like neighborhood cleaning and stuff that was going on near, Henry Hudson, 246.
Mhm.
So this is my third annual. I got a sponsor this year. We're gonna have all the kids come out, we're gonna clean up, cut the weeds in the
Mhm,
walkway going south,
Mhm.
north on the service road, Henny Hudson. I do a cleanup from 246 That's me.
So.
and all the way to 254.
Cause weren't you the one talking about that, thing that was parked over there?
Yeah, they took care of it.
I was there.
They took
I
care of
was
it.
passing by and I saw. the
Yeah,
police
they hit it
outside.
hard, huh?
And I
Sanitation,
was
the
like,
cops,
I was
they
thinking
told
about
everything
that. I said,
away.
you know what? I said, let me move on in case there's something.
Can't get mad at me.
Come running out the thing, the trailer with the gun or what?
No.
Angel, what is that called?
That's gonna be called, the third annual Henry Hudson Service Road Neighborhood Cleanup. That's pretty big.
I got it.
So I'm gonna get the flyer, Remax. You,
Okay.
you know Shintan Trevini, right? From Remax on Moshula. He's the, broker for Remax.
Okay,
He has the business on Moshula.
gotcha.
He's
Mhm.
gonna sponsor, have a table. He's gonna table it with his, his things, gonna give water and protein bars.
Henry Hudson, third annual.
And you
Henry
send
Hudson.
Third annual Henny Hudson Service Road, north side from 246 to 254.
Angel, you'll send a flyer over. to
Yeah.
the office?
Yep, I'm gonna give it to
Excellent,
Sarah.
okay. Any other old or new business?
It seems
No,
like seafood is, straightening up their act
Right,
after we
looks
did
like
that
it.
walkthrough.
A little bit outside.
Yeah, they
definitely.
fixed the handicap stuff, they did the
Mhm.
sidewalk, I mean, they
Mhm.
did the parking lot, the handicap egress that I pointed out, and it looks like they were doing the lighting today, cause it's very poor lighting to the left.
Okay.
So he is doing something, he's not doing nothing
I was
inside,
gonna say, what
but
the-
he's doing everything outside.
I stopped going to the parking lot.
But it's something is something, we got something out of it.
No, I'm just saying.
Progress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but you gotta make
Get that
people feel
inside.
safe to buy your
Yeah.
stuff, you know?
while you in there, see
Yeah.
the ceiling fall on top of you,
Oh my God.
like what happened last year.
Great, well, there is no other old or new business to
One more
discuss.
closing, yeah,
We can adjourn.
I'm still looking.
We can adjourn the meeting. Motion to adjourn?
Yes,
Second.
All right.
motion
It
to
is,
adjourn.
I guess that's 7:51, looks like. All right.
That's good, we're out an hour early.
Stop
Whole
sharing.
meeting should be an hour or less.
Stop recording.